You wanted the best. You've got the best podcast. The hottest podcast in the world. The Chris Voss Show, the preeminent podcast with guests so smart you may experience serious brain bleed. The CEOs, authors, thought leaders, visionaries, and motivators. Get ready. Strap yourself in. Keep your hands, arms, and legs inside the vehicle at all times, because you're about to go on a monster education roller coaster with your brain. Now, here's your host, Chris Voss.
Hello, Chris Voss here from thechrisvossshow.com. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the big show. As always, for 16 years, 24 episodes. We bring you the Chris Voss Show because we had nothing better to do. We're just sitting around throwing darts at the wall, eating Cheetos out of a beanbag chair naked, watching TV. And we were like, hey, man, all this Cheeto dust is getting everywhere. We should go find something to do. I stole that joke from a comedian, by the way. I don't know who it was. My apologies to whoever I stole that from. Anyway, guys, I don't want to get assaulted by, I don't know, people who are wandering around going, you stole jokes. Yeah, I stole it. So anyway, guys, go to goodreads.com/Chris Voss. Refer the show to your family, friends, and relatives. Facebook.com/Chris Voss. Chris Voss won the TikTokity, and LinkedIn.com/Chris Voss, and all that good stuff. Today, we have an amazing young man on the show. We're going to be talking about his new book, out July 10th, 2025, called No Ceiling, No Excuses, How to Stop Stalling Your Dream and Start Building Your Life. There you go. I think my dad said that to me when I turned 18. He goes, no ceiling, no excuses, get out of my house to get a job. I think that was how that went. Christopher Capuano joins us on the show with us today. We're going to get into it with him and his details and find out why he wrote this book and how you can improve the quality of your life. Chris is living proof that your starting point does not define your finish line. He's worn every hat you can imagine, including busboy, server, power washer, drop shipper, Uber driver, real estate agent, union steam fitter, and now entrepreneur. Does that mean he has an OnlyFans? Well, we'll find out. Chris walked away. It's usually how it goes, I think, doesn't it? Chris walked away from a stable six-figure career in the trades and chased something bigger: freedom, ownership, and impact. He does not have investors or shortcuts. What he had was drive, grit, and unshakable mindset that there is no ceiling on what you can build. Raised in a home surrounded by addiction and chaos, Chris did not just beat the odds, he flipped them in his favor. Survival mode taught him resourcefulness. Street smarts turned into systems, pain became purpose, and purpose became profit. Welcome to the show, Chris. How are you?
I'm great, and it's onlyfeet.com, not OnlyFans.
Only feet. Oh, okay. It's one of those things. All right. Well, I guess someone's got some competition against my OnlyFans. It's only ankles. I don't know.
Great name, by the way, Chris. I always say smart parents, very smart parents.
There you go. And you can tune into Only Ankles at, there's actually a true story that my one of my first girlfriends, her dad was, an older gentleman, because I'm old, and this is when I was young. And he told us a story about how back in the day, women dressed very modestly, and they would cover just about everything of themselves. And so what they would do to catch some skin, if you'd call it that, is they would go down to the train depot, and they would catch the ladies coming off the train with their, their beautiful Easter long dresses on. And the only thing you could see that wasn't her face and arms was her ankles. So they all got like ankle fetishes. So.
Oh my God, that's great. I mean, there's the famous photo of who's that famous actress from back in the day. And she, she's standing over the subway with the air going up or whatever.
Oh, Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, Marilyn Monroe. There you go. Exactly. I mean, I'm literally living in New York City right now. You think I would know that, but
there you go. You think you would have took some photos down there of yourself straddling that?
I got away from public transportation. I can't do it. I don't know how these people do it. I don't know.
I did too. The judge says I can't do it anymore. There's laws evidently.
Oh, that's why you have the ankle fetish. I got.
Yeah. So I just moved to that. Yeah, there you go. So let's get into it with you. Did we get your .com yet? I can't remember.
No, it's www.noceiling.noexcuses.com.
There you go. We almost turned this into the OnlyFans, the Only Feet show.
Yeah, you just turned a PG podcast into an R.
Actually, I'm a pretty heavy guy. My OnlyFans might be cankles.com. So there you go. Whatever that means.
You're giving me an ab workout right now. Thank you.
So we just get all the keywords in. So
Cankle, that's trending. Hashtag.
there you go.
Cankle.
It is. It's always trending. I've seen things. Anyway, Chris, give us 30,000 overview. What's in your new book?
So book came out a month ago, and it's basically 3 books in one. Part 1 of the book is my story, my journey, what it's like living in a broken family, from having an alcoholic mother to stepfather addicted to drugs, and the whole fun divorce thing that happens when you're a kid and you have no idea what the hell's happening around you, and you get sucked into life's tornado when you're 7 years old. That's part 1. If you're a devil, if you're evil, you're going to love that part of a book. Second part of the book is all the different jobs and careers that I had along the way, including, like you mentioned earlier, driving for Uber, starting my own power washing company, starting a snow removal company, being a waiter, being a busboy, being a teacher's assistant, trying to flip eBay shoes, women's shoes on eBay, and being a drop shipper. Literally everything you could imagine under the sun I tried. Part 3 of the book is where I'm kind of at now, how I decided to walk away from a stable 6-figure job. I was making over $100,000 a year. I had benefits. I had a vacation. I had a pension. I had security. And I decided that I don't like having a ceiling in my life. I didn't think it was right that I could bust my ass, get more done in a day than the guy next to me, and we were both getting paid the same. So I walked away from all that maybe about 4 years ago, started the business and the company I'm with now. And what we do is payments, merchant services, and point of sale systems. And I'm loving it.
There you go. Everybody needs that because everyone's buying stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Last time I checked, so we need the point of sale stuff. So talk to us about your journey. This is kind of a memoir, I guess. Is that correct?
The first part of the book is, just like the first third of the book would be considered a memoir. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. And you talk about the hustle framework.
Mm-hmm.
What is that, and how can I use that on my Cankles only?
So it's a cream, and you're going to apply it twice a day. And the H is going to stand for hunger. Basically means, the hunger inside of everyone, that the burning to do more, to get a lot of stuff done in a day. The U stands for understand the game. Okay. And then that could mean, you gotta assign it to your life. Right. So it's a generic framework, but I want you, the listener, to think about it in your life specifically. The S is going to stand for sell yourself. So you got to realize no matter what industry you're in, you're essentially in sales. Even a waiter, you're selling your customers on what the best item is. And obviously at the same time, if they get a more expensive item, what happens in return?
Yeah.
You're getting a bigger tip, right? You're getting a bigger tip. The L is going to stand for leverage your lessons. And what that could mean is every time something bad happens to you, which is going to happen a lot if you're putting yourself out there, as long as you learn something, then you didn't lose. It's all about learning from your mistakes. And then the E is the idea that you can earn while you sleep. Think of residual income. Think of businesses that generate revenue without you having you trade your time to be there. So if you could figure out how to create some sort of flow of revenue, like whether it's let's just say, I don't know, like a rental property or something, that's like a very easy example to understand. You invest money into it once, and then it keeps generating money without you being there every single month. Yeah, shit's going to break in the house. The kitchen sink has to get replaced every now and again, but at the end of the day, it's an asset. So everyone should, at this point, I'm sure if they're listening to your show, they read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. If not, they should hit pause, go on Amazon, spend 3 minutes and buy that book. It's the best $20 you'll ever spend, other than my book. And yeah, you should absolutely go check that book out. You will learn a lot.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So give us your story. How did you grow up? It sounds like there was a few influences you ran into and challenges in your life that you started out with and have survived. Give us the lowdown there.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. I mean, I don't want to get too emotional on your show right now. We're being macho. We're talking about
we've had people cry on the show. Wouldn't be a first time.
Yeah, that's an idea. I mean, I'm sure I would if I go deep enough. But I mean, look, I've been through everything. I've been through, I mean, one of the chapters in my book is all about an employee that I hired. Fell in love with this kid. He was the hardest working, most badass, genuine, goofy person I've met in my whole life. Worked with him every day for 6 months straight. Had no signs that anything was going wrong in his life. Took him out to dinner in New York City to the nicest Italian restaurant on the Upper East Side on a Tuesday night, just to thank him for the awesome job he was doing. Wake up the next morning, calling him, texting him, no answer. And then I find out 2 days later he passed away. He overdosed in his car.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think
Wow.
I was the last person to ever talk to him or feed him and then it was just like so out of left field. And it was a horrible, horrible thing. I went to the funeral, 2 days later, the whole family walking up to me, thanking me, saying I gave him the best 6 months of his life. And
Wow.
it was just crazy. Life is honestly, me and you were having fun right now. You don't know who I am. I don't know who you are. Like, no, you don't. You may think you know someone. You could work with them every single day, and you have no clue what's going on behind the scenes.
I don't know who I am either. So
same. Someone earlier, I was on another podcast. They're like, "Who are you?" And I'm like, "Dude, I don't know." I'm like, I could literally look in the mirror, stare at that person, and still have no clue.
Yeah, I just be like, I'm not that ugly.
Yeah, my mirror just breaks.
Yeah, I'm like, this is clearly this mirror is malfunctioning. So, but you talked about growing up through your history, where you were surrounded by addiction and chaos. What was that like in learning survival mode and resourcefulness?
So it forces you to listen to what people are saying without listening to the words that they're saying. So, like I love my mom so much. I talk to her every day up until this day, God bless her. But once 4:00 comes around, I don't communicate with her because she still drinks.
Oh,
And
wow.
and she's always drank. And there's nothing in this world that I could do or anyone could do that could get her to not drink. I would bet literally $1 million on that.
Wow.
I mean, it's tough, man. It teaches you so much. It really does. And it a lot of people can fall into the trap of using it as their excuse, which is kind of where I came up with this whole, title of the book, No Ceiling, No Excuses. So that's, so that I get sick and tired of people using crap that happens to them as an excuse. And my whole point in this book is like, dude, I've been through it. Yeah, I didn't have the same exact journey you have, but trust me, you didn't have my journey either. And if I could get through it, you could get through it. It's all about shifting your mindset. And everyone says it because it's true. If you just use it as your fuel, you will get so much further in life than if you use it as an excuse.
That's a really good point. Someone should make that a cup, because so many people use it as a victim excuse, or, oh, woe is me. I was born under a bad moon.
The government, the environment, my location, my family, my friends, social media. I would have done this. I should have done that. I could have done this.
Yeah.
If I hear woulda, shoulda, coulda, or the words why or because one more time, my freaking head's gonna fall off.
Well, I mean, that's the great thing. And your point, use it to improve yourself, use it to be better.
Yes.
It's interesting to me, and we've talked about this before on the show, but I often say, stories are the fabrics of life. They're the fabric of who we are. They tie us together. And you think about, we've talked a lot on the show about childhood trauma and things that happened to us that affected us in youth and really made us who we are. And well, I still not happy with my childhood. I guess many people really aren't. I can't see any other way that I could have become the person that I'm happy with being now without those experiences.
And you wouldn't be you if that didn't happen. You'd be like a way probably softer version of yourself.
Yeah. I probably wear flip-flops and I don't know.
Socks.
There's a joke there somewhere. And socks. And I don't wear socks now.
If you didn't have all the bad stuff happen to you, you'd be out there rocking the cankles with flip-flops and socks on. Like a shoebie. Remember Rocket Power? They used to call him
shoebie?
They call shoebie.
Shoobie dooby doo. There you go. Isn't that a song? Maybe it is. Don't say it because then I'll have to pay for it. Probably already blew it. They probably already picked it up on YouTube. They're like, yeah, you said the first few lines of the lyrics. We got you, buddy.
Shut it down.
No YouTube monetization for you, man.
Right,
it all goes. We're gonna send that penny to the musician.
Yeah.
You talk about ambitious underdogs. Who are these folks, and why is your book good for them?
Ambitious underdogs are people that are making right now between 50 and 200K. And they want to make more.
They're definitely slumming. Only 200K. What is wrong with these people?
Yeah, they're bums. They're on their butt doing nothing. These losers. No, no, I have to put a cap on it somewhere, right? Because I'm in New York. If honestly, if you're making 200 grand a year in New York, it's still not easy to buy a house. I swear to God, it's like, and it goes back to one of the things I mentioned in my book. One of the terms that I actually coined, and I call it reverse math. So my dream was to always own my own house, have my own backyard, have my own life, my own family. I didn't want to rent for the rest of my life. So if you just take the cost of a house in New York is like, I don't know, $600,000 or $700,000, and you do the reverse math on it, you realize that taxes are going to be about 10 to 15 grand a year where I am in New York. So now your mortgage is what? Call it 50, 60 grand every year. Okay.
Yeah.
So now that means you have to make 100 grand a year just to pay for your mortgage, right? So we're doing reverse math. Now that's before you flip a light switch. So now we have bills, we have cars, we have car insurance, we have food, we have clothes, we have emergency, we have pleasure, we have vacations, right? Add all those things up. That's another 100 grand, easy, right? Unless you're that type of person. I take a bus every day and I eat a peanut butter and jelly every day and I pinch pennies and I clip coupons. That's not me. And I wish I was kind of more like that. I'm kind of the opposite. I'll buy everything at full retail price because I look at it like I don't have time to sit there and clip coupons and save 50 cents. I'm worried about making the extra 1,000. That's always been my mindset. I don't like necessarily. Look, I'm not saying I don't like saving money. I like spending money. I also like my passion is to make it. I love cash flow. I love to do things and get excited. Saving money to me feels like you're putting me in a box and I'll bust out every time.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, you can end up wasting a lot of time with your, time is money when it really comes down to it. So you can end up wasting time if you're not careful on all the stuff that goes on there. You kind of target 20 to 45-year-olds, workers who feel stuck and they want a new ownership and freedom, but they've got to replace that income. So that's kind of a challenge, especially if you're making 200K to just leave that and go start a new business, right?
Yeah, I'm not saying you should go leave your job. I'm saying that you're at your job for what, 40, 50, 60 hours a week. Okay, what are you doing with the extra 20 hours? Sitting on the toilet playing Candy Crush, or are you learning a new skill? You're building something. Like everyone has 2 thumbs and a smartphone. It's never been easier to make money today than it has ever been in the history of humanity. Ever, period, end of story.
True.
So why are we not taking advantage of this? If you're not learning a new skill every day, you're doing yourself a disservice. Why are you not on YouTube learning how to use AI better? Why? Seriously, ask yourself that.
Yeah.
Why? Yeah. There's no reason. Other people are doing it.
Yeah. Or on OnlyFans with your cankle.
Yeah.
So,
why are you not learning? Why are you not typing in, how can I get more popular on OnlyFans with my cankles? Give me 10 video ideas, write me SEO captions, and give me 15 hashtags so I could go viral with my cankles. Why are you not writing that?
Well, I can go viral with my cankles.
Did I say that with a straight face, by the way?
ChatGPT would come back and be like, have you seen your cankles?
They'd be like, you spelled cankles wrong. It's with a K.
You spelled cankles wrong with a K. Is it? I don't
know. You mean calves?
Calves. There you go. So the book's also targeted towards new entrepreneurs and side hustlers, and helping people in their first 1 to 3 years of launching a business, sales career, or freelance venture. Tell us about your journey. I mean, how'd you get into the field that you're in? That you've excelled at, and did you go through a few iterations of starts and fails, or did you hit the home run right from the get-go?
My starts and fails were just all the different jobs I had. Yeah, this industry, I realized that, the potential's there as long as you put the effort in.
How'd you get into it?
Yeah, good question. My brother has an ATM company, and I had some extra money in the bank, and I was like, hey, let me get involved in the ATM business with you. And he's like, and this was like 8 years ago, he's like, dude, cash is dead. No one uses cash anymore. Everyone uses credit cards. You should look into the credit card business, because every time a credit card is used, you could make money on that. I was like, what? No way. And I got so fascinated by it. And for 6 months, I dug my head into a computer. I bought all the books on it. I learned as much as I could. Walked into my tailor 8 years ago, told her that, hey, I think I could probably save you money on all the fees you're paying with all your credit cards. She's like, oh, here's my statement. and she's still my client today. So 8 years
Wow.
later. Yeah. And
Good for you.
thanks. I take a lot of pride in that. I love helping small businesses. If any of your listeners own a small business and they want help either saving money on their fees or getting better support for their credit card system or point of sale system, or they want better technology, shoot me a message, reach out to me. I'll give you my personal email. It goes directly to my phone. It's Chris James Capuano at gmail.com. ChrisJamesCapuano at gmail.com.
There you go. And you build the thing, you bill your book, I should say, as something people who crave redemption and purpose, those raised in chaos, broken homes, addiction, dysfunction. This sounds like Friday at my house.
What's your address again? This sounds like a good time, man.
It's a good time. So it's a good time until the cops show up and then it all goes to hell. Yeah. But I mean, it's Friday. So yeah. Anyway, so you help people transform and utilize the experiences they had that may have been challenging. They may have learned survival techniques through, and how to use them for starting a business. I mean, we've often talked about starting a business is basically they really need to rename the title entrepreneur. It's really just a daily problem solver. That's all you do is every day you come in and solve problems. You solve new problems. You have to innovate. You have to figure out, how do I solve the new problem today? And it just goes like that. It's always like that. And there's always new problems you haven't encountered before. And you're like, well, you got to figure out how to solve this one. And so it's kind of a game of survival when you really think about it.
It really is. Yeah. I mean, if I call myself, I'm a professional problem solver. Because every day it's like, oh, okay, I didn't think about that, but now we have to fix that for that person. How can we do that? And I always say to the people that work for me, I'm like, don't bring me problems, bring me solutions. Like John Taffer, I love John, Bar Rescue. He's always like, John Taffer from Bar Rescue. He's amazing. I don't know if you know him or not, but
I don't.
He's a rock star, man.
I think they talked about getting him on the show one time.
Really?
I know in the notes you sent me, you mentioned Grant Cardone. We've never had Grant on, but we've had his business partner, what is it, Brandon?
Brandon Lee?
Brandon Dawson.
Oh, Brandon Dawson.
Had on the show. And then I think we were supposed to do a show with him. I think I'm going on his show or he's coming. I don't know. There's something going on with that. We'll have to find the emails. But yeah, I mean, these sort of things, that's all you are as a professional problem solver. In fact, I tell people the same thing, what was the line you use? Bring me your solutions, not your problems.
Don't bring me problems, bring me solutions.
I tell that to my wife every day. And she doesn't say anything. She just shows up. It's a wife joke, folks out there. Married folk jokes. So there you go. That's why Chris is single all of his life, and can't get a woman. But I do have a Cankle show on OnlyFans. Anyway, only feet. Yeah, I got to get there right. I got to learn right. So there you go. So as we go out, what more do you want people to know about your book, how it works, and all that good stuff?
So do me a favor, follow this journey. I have no clue where I'm taking this. I'm probably going to eventually do some sort of speaking, I might put out some sort of sales course or something. But if you kind of like my energy, like my vibe, go to my website, buy my book. It's normally $1,000. I put it on sale for $20. So you're going to get a 99.999% discount.
Nice.
So that's a home run. And then if you want to, like I said, just keep in touch, fill out the subscribe information, basically just throw your email in, and then we'll definitely be posting as we get more and more updated. Also throw a follow on Instagram. No ceiling, no excuses. And yeah, I'll be more than happy to connect with everyone.
There you go. Well, that'll be nice. Well, thank you very much for coming to the show. We really appreciate it, man.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. This was
Thank you. And thanks to our audience for tuning in. Order up his book wherever fine books are sold. It is called No Ceiling, No Excuses, How to Stop Stalling Your Dream and Start Building Your Life. And you want to start now, folks. You will appreciate it someday. I remember looking back on my companies that I'd built after a decade or so and thinking, geez, if I'd never just made the decision that day 10 years ago to do this and never move forward, where the hell would I be? And I shudder to think sometimes. I've done some things where I'm like, I wish I could go back, get that money back, and skip that whole episode we just went through, but that's a different story. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. Order up his book wherever fine books are sold. Go to goodreads.com/Chris Voss, LinkedIn.com/Chris Voss, Chris Voss 1 on the TikTok, and all those crazy places in it. Be good to each other. Stay safe. We'll see you guys next time.